right, everybody. Welcome to BO Boys for Thursday, January 15th. Fuck it. It's a raw feed. We're doing it live in studio. I'm Clayton.
Yeah, I'm Pat. Clayton, you could see him already. If you are watching on YouTube, and we are YouTubers, hey guys, you already know that in studio with us, finally, after a long break from the show, he's back. The one, the only. He's confused by my intro.
Break?
Listen, people want you
gone.
here
You were
every
gone.
week.
Wasn't a break from the show. I still was on the show. You were gone.
Yeah.
I was gone. My break. I consider my breaks other people's breaks. Anyway, Chris Klemmer from Barstool is here. Chris, welcome back to the BO Boys.
Thank you. It's good to be back. It's a little disappointing that I'm not I didn't, stick around as co-host. You got your job back. A little disappointing. I will say though, I feel, and I'm guessing Clayton will agree with me, this really needs to be a reckoning of Pat episode.
Okay.
I think we need to hold Pat's feet to the fire because there's a lot of concerning behavior coming from him.
Well,
and statements and things and.
Just to talk about my feet, I am wearing new shoes that I did buy in Tokyo, Japan. So if we want to hold my feet to the fire, let me take my new shoes off first.
Let's take shoes on the very lovely shoes. Let me read them. I don't want to see your feet, but yes.
They are from Tokyo. But okay, what do you got? Give me a, because I'm willing to take critiques and they'll be wrong, but I like to hear them anyway. How do you want to start this reckoning of Pat?
Well, first, I guess it's just concern.
Okay.
As a friend.
Okay.
Even though you guys do mock me in the show, say you're always doing mic tests, I still consider you both to be friends. I guess the big issue is I'm worried you may have injured your head in Japan.
Okay.
A brain injury, brain damage, because since then you've done some bizarre things.
All right, let's hear what.
Well, the Tokyo tape.
One evidence of the Tokyo tape. It doesn't exist. I don't know what that is.
That is bizarre.
834.
It's not a rallying cry.
And then the second thing, and I may just kind of lead into the box office, you said some insane things in the last episode about the upcoming week, box office-wise.
Let's hear it. I mean, I want to hear. Maybe I have brain damage,
so
I can monetize.
I know where you're going with this.
You talked about on the show, you're like, hey, maybe this is the week the HOUSEMAID becomes #1 in the box office, which might be the dumbest thing you've ever said on this show.
Now, obviously, I'm skewed because, and everyone who watches the show knows, Clayton knows, I've always been a big supporter of Sydney Sweeney.
No, and that's another issue too. That whole Sydney. Thank you, Clayton.
Don't let him gas.
No. I listened to the show, which, by the way, is such bullshit. Like, oh, she was in 2 bombs before this. Those movies barely got released. Those weren't real movies. Like anyone who knew anything, this movie was going to be hit. A big giant book has a real co-star.
Yep.
Everything about the HOUSEMAID screamed success. I know Clayton saw it. I saw it. Everyone saw it.
I loved it.
He saw it. I did not see it, but I still know why people.
But then why were you saying she needs to be on on these reality shows?
So I didn't say that she needs to be. I don't want her to be. I want her to be exactly what she is now, which is a big movie star with a big old hit. I was just saying that's a possibility if things go the wrong way. Now, obviously, I've always been a big Sydney Sweeney supporter. That's why I was pushing the idea that maybe HOUSEMAID is #1 this weekend. I can't help it. I've always been a big supporter of hers. So sure, maybe that skews me. Maybe it's brain damage. I don't know. The doctors will have to decide.
I think it is brain damage because I want you to explain to me the math. Like, walk me through how the HOUSEMAID could be the #1 movie of the weekend. It doesn't make any sense.
It probably, and we did get an email about this.
Good.
So
was it from your doctor?
It was.
It was just a brain scan.
I'm logging into the Langone Health portal now.
Good.
But we did get a email. Let's see.
Just you can see the struggle, right?
I know.
This
Like,
is-
what are these things?
It's the first time he's operated a phone.
I mean, I have Tourette's and I can control myself on mic. I'm not here going da 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 da.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I'd have to go deeper. It wasn't an email. It was a YouTube comment.
It was a telegram.
It was a YouTube comment.
All right.
It was a lucid dream.
But
I
basically,
woke up screaming.
One of our commenters said that we were about a week early, that this could happen next week. And I'm live on the show trying to go into YouTube, look for comments here.
Great radio.
It's people love this. It's happening in real time. Okay, here we go. HOUSEMAID could maybe hit number one January 23rd weekend with 8 million. This would need a 60% drop off from 28 years later and for Mercy to underperform. But there's no way it doubles this weekend, 28 years later, and we'll go over this later. Pre-sales show around 20 million. So
even if they didn't, let's just look at okay. So what did the last movie do? The last 28 days later.
where
did it open at? It opened at 31.
let's get into this 28 days later Bone Temple then, because that opened around 30. But
So
can
what do you
we all
think this
agree?
is gonna make?
Can we all agree the Bone Temple buzz is way less than it was for the summer release of 28 years later?
Okay, well,
Yeah.
a couple things here. First off, yes, absolutely, there's less buzz. The other one had that great trailer.
Great trailer.
Also released in the summer.
poem,
On the
yeah.
other side, though, it did have to go up. It did have competition. Elio released the same week, but like that's not really competition.
Elio. Clayton. I mean, listen, we love Chris Klemmer. He's the best mic check guy in the business.
Yeah,
But he's coming
that
in
didn't
this-
help. That didn't help the argument,
No,
Chris.
but my point is,
Coming in the studio invoking Elio.
all right, Elio did still open at 20 million. There is still there is still no, it is the summer, right? And also like no one's gonna decide between Bone Temple or Elio. Two totally different audiences. I get it.
Different audience.
But there is also just stuff out there. But regardless, so let's say it does half what it opened at last year,
Mm-hmm.
or the last one did. Now it's at 16 million. That's still HOUSEMAID did what 12 last weekend. I just don't understand how you get there.
Well, so I think, and I hate sticking up for Pat, and I do think he's ridiculous, and he is denying things, and he is doing his thing where he says he was a Sydney Sweeney fan.
Right.
And he used
Comment
to be able
below,
to,
everyone knows.
He used to be able to get away with that stuff before we were YouTubers. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Now that we're YouTubers, it's so easy to just go back and find every time he talked slanderously about Sydney Sweeney. So that is.
Are you're trying to get someone to make a supercut?
I think the supercut needs to happen.
Okay.
I think the supercut
I'd
needs
watch
to
that.
happen.
You'd
just
watch it.
like
I'd watch
someone
the
did a
supercut.
supercut
I
of
love a
that
supercut.
doofus from the Golden Globes, that commentator from the Golden Globes, and all his gaffes as an interviewer before he got that spot.
Mm-hmm.
So that supercut is making the rounds, that buffoon. They need to make a supercut of all the times you talked bad about Sydney Sweeney, and then show this, and then show me and Klemmer's faces being like, don't let him get away with it. Don't let him get away
I
with it.
agree.
It's not talking
anyway.
bad when you're saying, I wish for this person to not have to become a real housewife.
No, you were just using all the evidence. She wanted. I agree with you in the sense that it might
You
have
had
been
flopperoos.
It
Chris
might have been
Klemmer.
too early. Just let me speak. Can you just let me speak?
Let him speak.
All right, speak on it. Speak on it.
So, if it might have been a little bit early to take the Oscar swing and stuff like that, but those movies were never gonna make
No.
millions and millions of dollars. Americana was a house down the street. We know that. They scrounged it up. They threw it out in theaters, and they thought they could make a couple bucks off of it. And they did more than it would if it would just had dropped on some streamer and gotten buried. But the fact that she wanted to work with good directors, try and stretch.
Who's the director of Americana?
But here's the... No, I'm talking about. That's the movie that I'm talking about is not in that equation. I'm talking about Ron Howard.
Okay.
Right? Someone like Ron Howard. The thing with other stars is we give them passes when they try and do an Oscar movie. We say this is not for box office. This is to go for an Oscar. Was that a smart thing for her to do? Box office wise,
Probably not.
To be.
Didn't get any awards. Probably not. But it also
didn't
had no
hurt her
effect on her
either.
career.
That's the
no
thing.
effect.
It didn't hurt her.
And I'm glad it did, and I
But it was
always
never
didn't
going
want
to.
it to.
Like, and then like she's gonna be in Euphoria coming up. Like that's a monster show. Like her career is doing quite well. Like,
And I'm very happy about that. I did not want the nightmare scenario, which I warned against. When people warn against the apocalypse, you have these groups that say the apocalypse is coming, we have to warn against it. They don't want the apocalypse. They want to warn you against it. And that's where I am. I put myself in that category.
That's actually not true. They do want it to happen.
there's also those idiots walk around saying the world is ending signs. Like back in the old days, they would walk around.
Right.
Like that's what you are. Like the world was never ending. Her career was always fine.
I'm walking around with a sign saying, let's not have the world end.
You're trying to gaslight poor Clayton, and every week on this show about Sydney Sweeney, it's like no, you're you're changing the narrative. His whole point was her career is fine.
Yes.
And your whole point was, well, no, it's not. Like, she's going to end up on Bravo. It's like her career was always fine.
This is a guy who, if we were doing this show back in the 90s, when Julia Roberts had her very short downtime where she did Mary Riley and stuff like that.
Yep.
He would
Mary Riley. Done.
He would have been like, she's gonna be on
Hollywood Squares.
She's gonna be on The Real World. She's gonna be on Road Rules in
There was
5
no
years.
Road Rules. I would have had to predict the invention of
All right,
No, there
sorry.
was when she did Mary Riley, Road Rules existed.
She's gonna be on
Don't come at me
Caroline in the City, like as her best friend or something. That's what you would have been referencing. You would have said, "Oh, see you on NBC at 8:30." That's what you would have been saying.
I would have been saying, let's try and avoid that happening. That's
But it was never going to happen.
And so what I want to talk about with this HOUSEMAID getting to number 1 is that there has been precedent for, he did invoke Something About Mary, a movie that went back up.
Sure.
This isn't the weekend for it for sure, but also Pat did call when Top Gun Maverick, I know it was a different time, he called the weekend when it went back to number 1. Like, that is something that
I did
Pat
call it.
did do. This, I think he's off base with. I think this was a bad weekend to do it. But if we're looking down the pike, Bone Temple, I'm calling it. This thing is going to probably open big just because it's a horror movie, but then it's going to plummet. The problem is Avatar is still very strong.
Right.
Right? And then you're going to have other stuff coming in. There is a possibility that if there's some sort of bump, if something happens, they release with more footage, something new, right? That HOUSEMAID could get back to number 1. I don't think it's a 0% possibility. This just wasn't the weekend.
I think it's
for
pretty
it, and
close
that's
to zero.
why
The
it
math
was a
doesn't
stupid
add
thing
up.
to say.
Now,
Unfortunately, there is math involved. Like the numbers don't work.
let's go back we could go back into the last episode. Everyone's out there doing their super cuts. I encourage it. Go for it.
They're doing the AI thing where they make you nude.
Come on. I've always wanted to know what it looks like.
If you're gonna do the
so
AI
go
thing,
for it.
make them make sense.
Make me nude and make sense.
All right, that's fine. I'm here for
Just
that.
two for one.
Right.
But I, on the last episode, said this is something that could be coming down the pike. I did not say this weekend this will happen.
I think you did. You said we're going to
I
talk
said-
about it with Chris Klemmer.
And that's what we're doing. So my prediction came true. We are talking about it with Chris Klemmer. I nailed the prediction.
It's a nonsense idea. It's never. They're not. This movie does not even be number 2.
I do think, yes, this is probably not the weekend for it. Bone Temple would have to
think this is
fall
the weekend
off
for
of a cliff that we would never predict, could never imagine in this opening weekend. But I think, like that YouTube commenter put out there,
How bad is
it is a
Mercy's going to
possibility.
do?
how bad is Bone Temple going to do?
Mercy's going to do the following week then.
Oh, I mean, you're not going to be here for that preview, so let's get in. We could talk about that now.
Like, Mercy's going to make more than $10 million. It's going to.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
It
AI
does have
Judge.
the IMAXs, but
AI Judge. Chris Klemmer,
I
are you
think
excited for AI Judge the movie?
Regardless of my excitement, I think Chris Pratt can sell a movie enough to bring out 10 million people.
as
or $10 million.
as a voice
$1 million.
actor, yeah. As a physical presence, I don't think so.
If this were Mario on trial for his wife's murder with an AI judge, sure.
Yeah, if he killed Princess Peach, if it's Mario kills Princess Peach, or does he?
Right.
And then he has to go through the levels of the video game and jumping on and try and see if it's Bowser who actually did it.
Yeah.
Spoiler, it's Bowser.
I'm not going to lie. I would be more excited for that movie
of
than
course.
Mercy.
It's a great pitch.
I'm here for that.
No, Mercy looks like that. I think the floor cannot be too low.
I mean,
for
it
that
could cry
movie.
macho for sure. The only way it's not going to cry macho is because it does have IMAXs.
It does have IMAXs, and people are going to say, "What's in IMAX this weekend?" But God, have you been to theaters, Chris Klemmer, where that trailer has shown? Have you
Yes.
seen- Okay.
Oh, I've seen it many times.
And you do feel the palpable dislike in the room when that trailer comes
There
on.
is. It is very real. The second, so the trailer starts off with like policemen, and then someone gets pushed over a roof, and people are intrigued. And the second they see it's the screens and Chris Pratt, you can hear this like sigh of like acceptance, like, oh, here we go, Mercy.
Well, there's people who are talk about having brain damage. There's people who are like am I at home watching Amazon Prime?
Mhm.
Like for a second, they're scared because they're like, I only see this man in movies on Amazon Prime. So they're for a second just confused as to where they are.
Okay, so let's take Mercy out of it. Saying none of us are high on Mercy. Fine.
Yeah.
I don't ever see a world where Housemaid passes Avatar. Like it doesn't work. None of this works. This whole hypothetical doesn't work.
So last weekend, Avatar made $21.5 million. Housemaid made $10.9 million, 10.9. Now, Housemaid, 28% drop from its weekend before. Avatar, 48% drop from its weekend before.
Mhm.
So there is a good, strong possibility that the percentage drops will be much lower going forward for Housemaid than they will for Avatar.
Sure, but
So it's
Avatar,
starting
although it's
from a much
starting off
lower
at a much
place.
better spot.
Right. It's starting from a much better spot. I mean, I think that there is that possibility where the word of mouth on this movie stays really strong. It's not going to go streaming anytime soon. Avatar won't either.
Right.
So they're both going to be in theaters. Is the announcement of the sequel going to add some buzz to this? You know, like you said,
It
like
already
they
got
did-
announced.
like they did for Anyone But You. Is there a chance we're going to get some more scenes added to this movie for February, a pre-Valentine's Day? We've added 3 more cleaning scenes.
So
for
I think
Sydney
Valentine's
Sweeney.
has to make it for Valentine's Day. Valentine's
Okay.
Day is
Yeah, Wuthering.
Heights. So
yeah, so
that's going to then take out. Then the female audience is going to go see that.
Yeah.
So this has until then, and I'll say I don't think it's going to catch Avatar by then at all. Much less the Mercy effect. Much less the 28 days later or 28 years later effect.
Super Bowl weekend. Do you think Super Bowl weekend could be the guys' families are all staying home watching
Right.
the big game, get ready for the big game? Of course, we have to call it the big. I should have never said the SV word.
yeah.
The big game, and big game weekend. The ladies are like, hey, you know what?
Right.
Let's get out of the house. Let's go see Housemaid again.
Very
that could
possible.
be the weekend for it.
Very possible. But then by that point, is the movie just has it been out for too long at that point? Has it exhausted itself?
That's, I mean, I also see a possibility because I do think Bone Temple is going to come out open fine and then completely plummet. Because what I've heard from the reviews is that it's just a movie that goes around in circles waiting for the third. Once you figure out what happens at the end, people, I guess, will maybe excited for the third. Maybe if they even see this movie, it's supposedly it's a treading water sort of film. I don't think that trailer. I've watched that trailer several times and it bores me. It's
Oh, wow.
insanely boring.
It's nowhere near as good as the trailer for the
And
previous film.
they tried to rip off the first trailer for this one, tried to rip that one off, didn't do a good job. Now the trailer is all plot with characters that if you didn't see the first one, you don't even know what's going on.
There is
Alright?
that
And I
element.
just don't think the general public cares about this franchise in any way. I think there's a hardcore online contingent. Also, Danny Boyle is not directing this film.
Correct.
That's so the dorks who like love Danny Boyle and were happy that he came back for that one are not going to get the satisfaction of seeing it, so they might not go.
You think they wouldn't go?
I think the dorks are going to go, but I think
People
the general
like
public
that
isn't.
People
gonna
like
go.
that last movie.
Not that many people.
I don't know.
It didn't have good exit. It didn't have good exits.
It
like-
had like a B minus cinema score. B
I
cinema score.
I just think this movie is just going to really start doing badly. Mercy, I do think
it wasn't
there's a
great,
poss-
but for horror, a B minus isn't terrible.
And the thing with horror is that it drops precipitously
does.
no matter what.
No
this
question
thing
about
will
that.
drop 70 no matter what, even if it opens at 40.
Especially a sequel.
So
Yes.
so let's just stay on now this weekend preview Bone Temple. Now,
Okay.
Chris, have you seen this film yet? Have you seen
No, I'm going Friday.
Wow, okay.
Hasn't come out
okay. It hasn't come out yet. Well, listen, you are of course co-host of Project Big Screen. You told us beforehand you've got a new movie project you're about
Yeah,
to
it's actually
announce.
coming out today. First episode, Super Critics. Me and Robbie Fox, guy I work with, we're going through every single superhero movie in chronological order. So the episode coming out right now, if you're looking for some more movie content, Batman 66. So go check that out. They're quick episodes, like half hour each. We just talk about one movie, and then as we go, we rank them in like lists. So hopefully by movie 8, by movie 9, we'll have like a real full list.
Wow.
So Batman 66, and then we're doing Superman 78, and then Flash Gordon, Superman 2.
Okay.
going all the way down.
We
Hopefully.
talked off air. You said you are doing Blank Man,
We are doing Blank Man.
Meteor
yes.
Man.
Yes, Meteor Man.
Oh wow. Okay. This is
Howard the
great.
Duck.
Yes.
So yes, yeah, we're gonna cover a good chunk of them. So we're excited because Robbie knows comics. Robbie loves movies. I love movies. I love comics. So let's go.
That's
So
right.
I'm excited for that one. Yes, that comes out today. So if people have some time, please give that a listen.
And know the Gooch involvement in this new movie show.
No Gooch with this one. No, we might have him on as a guest though.
Listen. We need to make that connection. We need to sit down with the.
You
Gooch.
guys gotta have Gooch on. Gooch knows movies.
Okay.
What do you think his superhero movie would be that he'd want to do? Has he reached out and said to you,
He has.
Barbed Wire is mine, or,
No, his favorite movie this year was it Marty Supreme or One Battle? So I think it's kind of across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what his favorite super. I have to ask him. I
Okay.
haven't had that conversation with Gooch.
You got to
It's a
have
good
that
question.
conversation.
Yes.
with the
I don't want
Gooch.
to speak for him, you know.
I mean, just to throw out guest ideas, you've got Super Critics. It's a movie series about superhero movies, comic
Oh.
movies. Our chief superhero correspondent, David Thompson, the direct.
Yes.
That sounds like a slam doink to be on the show.
Yeah. I mean, if he's is he in New York? He's in New York.
He's
Come
in,
on.
I think, Orlando
Okay.
or
Next time he's in New
Atlanta
York,
or
we-
South
have him come
Carolina or
by, sure.
California. He's in one of these cities. We will let's make a trade. I'll trade you a David Thompson appearance for
Or
the
Gooch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Gooch is right here in the city, so that should be easy.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. So now I ask
Gooch is like Regis. He can just walk down the block and be on the show anytime.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet
He
he
could
could. I
be
mean, he's a
an
busy,
Abe
he's a busy
Vigoda
guy.
type.
His movies he's produced. Project Big Screen looks great because of Gooch.
Yeah.
Gooch is a talented guy.
Gooch is okay. We got to have the Gooch on. Now, I said that because you are super critics, movie critics. I thought you may have seen
I don't.
Bone
I
Temple
don't like
early.
going to screeners.
Okay.
They're kind of like it's just if you go to one small room, so the screen's never huge. It's all like critics in there, and they're all like jotting notes. It's not like a fun energy, especially for a movie like that. You want to go with. I like going. And also, like, I don't know if there's a huge advantage to seeing it. For me, for like what I'm doing, where like I'll post a review, like usually the weekend it comes out, people usually like that. So I'm not a big fan of going to screeners.
Okay.
Personally, I will if I have to, but I kind of avoid them if I can.
Yeah.
I like
See it
going
with
to-
the people.
I think it's more fun.
Yeah. You want the real hardworking people. They get out of the coal
I just want like a
mine
real.
into
I
the
want a
movie.
real crowd instead of just being like movie snobs that are there out of obligation or just just aren't excited to be there. I like when people are excited to be around something.
Yeah.
More fun.
So, yeah, do we think people are going to be excited? Because there was a lot of excitement,
There
a lot
was.
of build up for 28 years later. And I saw that movie. I liked it a lot. I
All right.
do think there were people who, I mean, we could talk about the ending of that movie now. Because the ending of that movie, it ends with the introduction of that, like, acrobatic karate gang that fight the zombies. and
Yes.
it's felt like a big departure from everything else that had been in that
Right.
movie. I mean, do we think people left that movie with a taste in their mouth of, "Ooh, I don't want to see more of that," or are they excited for, "Oh, I want to see more of these acrobatic ninja zombie fighter skateboard guys"?
Is that who we see in this trailer?
I think that's who. I think what this movie's more focused on. Is
Yes,
that.
the gang that
The guy in the
ends-
tracksuit.
Yes.
The guy in the tracksuit, they're the last thing you see in 28 years later, and now they're the stars of this movie with the
Correct.
kid still in it.
So,
So,
this opened to 30, made 70, the 28 years later.
so not great legs. Two and like a third times the opening
Yeah.
weekend in the summer is not a great sign of people loving that first movie. You'd want to see a $30 million opening in the summer get you to 100 domestic.
I don't know that I was ever like we talked about the horror and sequel. I think those die pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this opens in the low 20s and it finishes in the 50s.
But here's what I'll say about the late sequel to a franchise, and one that did very well, was Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yeah.
And that's a franchise that really didn't have huge box office its whole run.
No.
And then this one was so spectacular and people loved it so much
Right.
that they made it a huge hit.
Yes.
The expectation then for 28 years later was that, oh, maybe we've got something here. And they don't. I just think they don't.
I think that's unfair comp. I think Final Destination is much more of a crowd pleaser.
Yep.
Much more of a like you can just go and kind of enjoy it. Like that movie's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
These movies, none of these movies, these 20 whatever days,
Are fun.
hours, they're not none are fun or
Yeah.
weeks, whatever. Like they're not fun movies. It's kind of a dour world you're living in. So like those are never going to have the same appeal as a Final Destination. I think it's an unfair comp.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No, that's true.
Look. I don't think this is going to be this, box office juggernaut at all. I said if I had to put a gun to my head, I'd say the 21 million it opens at, and it finishes at 50, 51, something like that. So I'm not talking big numbers.
Yep.
But it's bigger than Housemaid's going to do, which has been out for so long. Like Housemaid's going to when 3 years from now, no one's going to. Housemaid's a bigger hit, bigger sensation this movie ever going to be. But unfortunately, Housemaid's been out for how many weeks now?
We're in weekend 5.
Yeah, like it's not a fair fight.
And again, my prediction was we would have this conversation, which we are. So the prediction came true. The prediction came true.
You insinuated that
We're deep
we were going to have a
into this
conversation, which is, I think, an insane conversation about like the fact that Housemaid could beat it. Now, if you want to say Avatar could beat it, that's a different conversation and maybe a more realistic one, which I also don't think Avatar was going to win, but Avatar might win the following week against.
Now, I didn't predict that conversation about Avatar, but it doesn't mean we can't have it. I'm just
Well,
saying.
Nostradamus didn't predict everything.
No.
Exactly. Sometimes he was like, I don't know, some other stuff will happen. Here's
Sure.
my prediction, and then other things
Other
also
things could
will
happen.
happen.
But they're gonna be crazy.
So
Can I just mention something that we are all just ignoring, and it is the gorilla in the corner, as they
Okay.
say.
mm-hmm.
Is Ben the primate?
Absolutely.
Right. The
Something's
chimp.
wrong with Ben.
Something's wrong with Ben.
So I had the same take on the movie you guys did. I saw it. I've seen 4 movies so far this year. It's number
Yeah.
1 of the 4 movies. It's the only movie I recommend of the 4 movies I've seen so far this year. And it's just a fun ride, like right? Like it knows exactly what it is, leans into it. Let's go. That is enjoyable. I will say though, like on the Tuesdays, day by days,
day by day.
Marty Supreme beat it Tuesday.
Wow.
Not a great sign.
Yeah.
It's-
So
But
it's
there
still-
was
it's still
some
at a million.
buzz. There was some buzz on Marty because of the awards. I think Ben isn't up for anything right now.
right. Timmy won a Golden Globe.
Did
Ben
Ben
doesn't.
win an ARP award or anything?
Well,
like
I think
that?
next year
Movies
it
for
qualifies for
grown-ups.
next year's.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So I think
Yeah.
next year's
Right.
movies,
Yeah.
it
That's the problem.
get a bump then. for the
Yeah. So
Oscars.
Primate would have had to come out in mid-December
Correct.
to be able to get.
It didn't get the
bumps
awards.
now.
It didn't get the pre-Christmas awards run.
No.
I will say though, up to this moment though, like I said, it is the best movie of 2026.
Yes.
In my
Yes.
opinion, by far.
Yes. And it probably will hold that spot for a couple of weeks.
I don't know. I like these 28 years later.
I like them too, but they're not going to have Ben.
That's
They're
true.
not going to have Ben in them. They are not going to have Ben.
You won't see someone's face ripped off in the first 2 minutes of the movie. Yes.
He's got the things that he likes to do. he's got his hobbies.
He
Ben.
does.
I know. Listen, we're not going to spoil it because that movie just came out. So
Here comes the spoiler.
no, all I'm
He
saying
always
is,
does that.
He always
when
does
says,
that.
I'm not
No.
going to
I'm not going to spoil it. Here's how it
The
ends.
end.
all I'm saying is I want to see more Ben.
I don't
Do
want.
you
I don't
wanna
want.
see
I don't
more
want to
Ben?
spoil it, but Bruce Willis was dead the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you said it, not me. But Ben, I want to see more Ben. I want
do
to see
too.
more Ben.
I'd see a Primate sequel.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Let's get the group. I mean, you could do a Primate too.
You could do a Primate too. And, this movie was housebound. He was in that. They were all in that mansion the whole time. Let's get him to a foreign locale. Let's get him vacationing. Let's get Ben in the big city.
Yes.
And let him rip faces off.
No, I would absolutely be excited for another Ben movie. And I'm guessing we'll get another Primate movie because I mean, it did okay enough. It's so cheap to make.
We'll see what it does next. I mean, it opens
Yeah.
at 11. I think we have to really see what it's going to do. And I mean, going up against, as much as I'm low on the Bone Temple, I do think it's a horror on horror.
Not
so
great.
that's really
Yeah.
bad. That's going to be bad for Ben. I do think Ben is going to drop precipitously.
What do we think? 6 or 7 next weekend?
Ooh, I mean, less than that probably.
Think so?
Yeah.
4.
And then that probably does kill it off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna finish with what, like 30?
like in the 20s,
20
maybe.
to 30.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
which is
so
fine.
it's tough. You would have ideally. you look back at that October where we just had no horror this past October.
Oh, Primate.
Get a Primate in there, or
my
get
gosh.
a 28 Years later
I
in
know.
there.
I understand why you don't want to do 20 years later.
Yeah,
The other
yeah.
one just came out.
Yeah,
Why not have Primate that week? I will say, though, Primate is the perfect
Yes.
January movie, though.
it is.
It's a genre movie, knows what it is, leans into it,
Yeah,
no punches pulled. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you want at a January content.
yeah.
And like I've said
In the
before,
theaters.
the perverts already crawled out of their holes for Zootopia 2.
Mhm.
And so they're like, why not, do this more, keep this going,
Mhm.
go see this Primate movie.
Yes.
I think that's why this was released in January, truly, is to get the perverts while they're out of their holes.
So
Mission accomplished.
28 years later, Bone Temple.
Mhm.
A difference from that and 28 years later from last June is in the June movie, Ray Fiennes, supporting character, not really part of the promotion for that movie.
Correct.
Bone Temple, Ray Fiennes is the star. He is, or at least in the
appears.
promos,
Yeah.
he's 1A, the leader of the acrobat.
Who's what's it?
Jack O'Connell.
Jack O'Connell, who's fantastic in Sinners. I don't think he's a draw for box office
No.
reasons, but he's a very good actor.
Yeah. There's too many guys, I think, too many actors that audiences confuse Jack O'Connell with. I feel like he's in
Josh O'Connor.
Josh
for obvious
O'Connor. I feel like there's like 3 other guys whose
Yeah.
names are Jack or Josh that people are like, who's the guy who was in
Challengers.
there's the
Who's
Challenger.
Mastermind. They're all not him.
Who was the
That's
guy
That's all Josh O'Connor.
Okay.
who was
yeah.
the guy who was Money, the George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Follow the Money, Find the Fraud?
God, that's
Years
so
ago.
long ago.
I feel like that guy is in that mix of
No,
you
wait, he's
confuse
like
him with Jack O'Connell.
45 now.
That's bad by you. That's the brain damage again.
I think other people are confusing.
I was waiting for you to
whoever's
say
in that
like
movie.
Josh Gad or something. I'm like,
Josh
that's,
Gad.
That's not a Josh. They're confusing.
People are
Josh.
confusing Josh Gad, I
No.
think.
I don't
with-
think so.
But Jack O'Connell, I don't think people are really making the connection of like, oh, I love Sinners. This is the guy who was in Sinners
He also looks
in this movie.
wildly different in
Yeah.
his 2 movies. Like he has this weird tracksuit, a weird like wig or something. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
help it. No, I don't think anyone is connecting those 2 except for like film nerds. Like no
Well,
one is.
What about Ray Fiennes? Does Ray Fiennes mean anything?
So Ray Fiennes has another movie coming out this weekend that nobody cares about.
Okay.
The Coral. And I love Ray Fiennes. I think he's obviously fantastic in Conclave. The Menus have a nice little career resurgence for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, is he a reason people are going to the movie theaters? Especially like, and he usually attracts older audiences or older audiences that aren't horror. Like this is so genre specific. Like you gotta love zombie and horror or Shinnok. So I don't know if Ray Fiennes really.
Yeah, we got to remember that, yes, there's going to be people who see this movie because they think it's elevated horror in some form or fashion. But then horror movies are for teens and tweens.
Mm-hmm.
And they see Ray Fiennes as the lead in this movie and they don't care.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like I said with this trailer, is that if you were not interested in the first one, there is nothing in this trailer to make you interested in this one.
Correct.
So that is why I think there's going to be a huge drop-off with this one. Because we're going to see who are the fans of that first movie,
Right.
and that's it. And it's not going to be a $30 million opener.
And this isn't a situation like Den of Thieves where it was on streaming for so long that people caught up to it. This just came out 7-8 months ago. So no one's had a chance to like discover this movie.
Yeah.
So the only people that are going to see this movie are people who went to theaters in June. I get it. I understand. I'm simply saying it's gonna outpace HOUSEMAID by a good amount.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is gonna do box office bonanza here.
Okay. Yeah, there's
This will be number 1.
There's no one who could make a case that this series has gained momentum from June to now. Is there anything in the ether that we're missing where there are
Push back on that a little bit.
Okay.
28 Weeks Later was not a particularly good movie, in my opinion. I think and a lot of people feel that way.
Okay.
I
The
feel like
original sequel to
the original
28
sequel, right,
Days Later.
which everyone
Okay.
loves. You
Yeah,
know, who loves zombie and horror,
Yeah.
and that's that genre. I think it's pretty across the board. That's a very respected movie. It's a very good movie. The second one to me was a pretty big step back. This one to me was much better.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think the series is in a better place. But to Clayton's point, this is so tied to that last movie.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't like you could have jumped into the one that came out in June, and you probably even blind, you probably would have been okay.
Yes.
I can follow along.
Yes.
All right, little kid, zombie world, I get it.
Unless
This
you were
one, I think you
someone-
really need to have seen, from what I understand, and that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, like the last one, unless you were someone who just never heard the term zombies,
Right.
then you would have a hard time.
Right.
Otherwise, you didn't need to see the other 28 years, days
Correct.
movie.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have skipped that second one entirely. And I know some people who have, and then
Mhm.
went right into the one that came out in June, and we're fine.
Yeah.
Like you don't miss a step.
Yeah.
But this one I feel is so ingrained with the one in June. That's that could be a problem. Like it could be a problem for week 2, week 3, week 4 of this.
Yeah.
I think it will be.
The alpha zombies are back. Now, you never saw 28 years later, right, Clayton? Okay, and he's smirking.
I'm surprised. Why?
I'm not
He's looking
smirking.
down.
Why?
on-
He is. He
was it-
definitely is.
That was a smirk. Okay.
Why? What's the?
I just have I don't have an interest in zombie films to be.
Oh, really?
honest with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and I'm not a big Danny Boyle fan
Oh.
either.
Train spotting?
Trainspotting's fine.
Wow.
Saw Trainspotting 2 in the theater. It
Okay.
was fine. Yeah, I
Alright.
mean he's fine. He's fine.
It's pretty good.
It's
Slumdog Millionaire is fine.
Yeah,
20. What was the 28? No, 27.
127 hours.
which is fantastic. I thought.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
all right. Mm.
Okay.
Tough.
I mean, you ask him about brain damage of the BO boy.
Well,
I think.
but no, that's
Not
an opinion.
like-
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has an opinion. I differ with that opinion. I don't like certain genres myself. I'll give it a chance, but there's some genres I'm not. That's not what you have. You have a medical condition.
Mm-hmm.
I think not liking certain genres could be linked to brain damage.
No, it's an
It
opinion.
could be. Opinions could be linked to brain damage as well. So, it's
I'm concerned.
Listen, let me just
This
check
is not
my.
the same man
Let me just
that I
check
sat
the,
across
the health
from
portal here.
like 5 months ago.
Yeah.
This is a different man.
Mm-hmm.
This is a shell of himself.
I ate a lot of shellfish in Japan.
This
I ate a lot of
This
shellfish.
is terrible response.
That's
I'm
you know, I don't know.
troubled.
I don't know who
He's
knows. what
blaming
that
the
is.
shellfish.
That's
I'm not blaming
weird.
anything. I think everything's fine.
Oh.
I think everything's fine.
So is this like when the mercury poisoning situation
With Jeremy
with
Piven.
Jeremy Piven, is that what you're blaming? Is you're saying you had too much sushi and
You know-
and sashimi and that's why you're brain damaged?
That's
now?
that was the
at
cause of
the
the Tokyo tape.
At the time when Jeremy Piven dropped out of that play because he had too much mercury, I mocked it. And now I look back and I say,
You understand?
I was wrong to have mocked that. He probably did have mercury poisoning. So there you go. So the Ray Fiennes versus Ray Fiennes situation. He's got the coral.
Yes.
Would that movie have been more possibly enticing to audiences if it had been called The Quarrel and it would be about Ray Fiennes in an argument?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Then him like putting together this like nice choir or something. I mean, I don't know what's happening with that. Yes, I think him getting an argument with somebody else would have been much better.
Yes. Same movie, but just call it The Quarrel and make it seem like
Have
it's
him
about an
argue with his
argument.
brother Joseph Fiennes. Now we got family squabble. We got a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. I'll see that.
Yeah, is it? It is kind of a shame that Ray Fiennes has got a weekend where he's just got 2 movies
Yes.
opening against each other, and Joseph Fiennes can't get a single movie, even in January.
I will see though. I think more people might actually just see Joseph Fiennes in the street than see the choral.
Okay,
So I don't think it's like really counts.
okay, just him walking down the street.
Yeah. I
just-
mean, hey, is that Joseph Fiennes? It's like that one person. That's more than people are going to see.
Okay, I mean, do you see? Has Joseph Fiennes stopped by the Barstool office at all? Does he do
I've
any
yet-
gaming?
I have yet to meet either Fiennes.
Okay,
I've never met a Fiennes.
okay. Yeah, I mean, this would have been the weekend for Ray Fiennes to come by Barstool. He's got 2 movies
Mhm.
opening. Let's get him in there doing some NFL picks, doing some gaming.
Come on, Project Big Screen with us. That'd be great.
Yeah.
You know?
And listen, I know Davey Page Reviews doesn't have a lot of guests anymore doing the pizza reviews, but would he make an exception for Ray Fiennes?
I don't know. I have to ask him. That I don't know. I know I would love to see him in New York in the office. I'd talk to Ray Fiennes. Got a lot of questions for him.
Yeah.
Had a great career.
And Joseph Fiennes might have just been in the background of pizza reviews, but no one really noticed. He just like walked
That could have
by.
happened. That
could
I
have
cannot
happened.
speak to that.
Yeah. So we don't think the Quarrel is going to do anything.
Mm.
It's not called the Quarrel.
Right.
It's called the Quarrel. It's Ray Fiennes and Mark Addy, who I think was he one of the Full Monties. Mark
Oh,
Addy?
maybe. It's nice to see
Um,
those guys
Let me check A
still
to Z
going
News.
strong.
Let me see.
So yeah, that probably is not going to do anything. It's a Sony Pictures classic, but you know what? It's nice to have a movie like this out there. It
I'm
looks
sure
like
it's a sweet movie.
sweet movie. It seems like it's already done some business overseas, opened and
Yeah.
has made $7 million so far
Oh,
already.
good.
So this is probably just gravy. Just
I-
get it out in the States
yes.
so that Chris Klemmer could see it.
I don't think it's gonna be 1,000 screens.
Okay, is this continuing? Let's
I'm
put you
still
on
going.
this. You still 2026. It continues. 1,000 screens. You
going.
have to go.
Still going. Did it all 2025. I know people like you counted me out. That's fine. I'll never forget. 169 movies. I
Wow.
think there's 2 more. Well, I've seen everything that came out in 1,000 screens. There's 2 more movies I do want to see in theaters. Testament of Ann Lee, which I think is getting a wide release the following week.
I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not many screens.
Very few, but you know,
I know.
we're coastal elites.
I've heard really good things. And then Jeff Deagle, loved it.
Okay.
And The Secret Agent, I haven't seen yet.
Okay.
Which I don't think that will ever get 1,000 screens, but I just want to see that.
Well, let's do a little awards talk. Is Secret Agent guy, Wagner Moura, is he a contender for Best Actor?
Just won a Globe. I mean, I think he's definitely in the mix.
He's in the mix.
I-
Clayton,
Here's
do
the
you
thing
think-
about the Globes.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
The Globes are like when you were a kid and you had your parents bring over like some person they're trying to be friends with, and they have this random kid, and you've got your toys all set up, and you know how all of these action figures work. You know what Destro does. You know the MO for Cobra Commander. You know what Flint is all about. And then this kid comes in and starts throwing in like, well, what if this thing is in here? And what if Destro's a good guy now? And what? And it's like, no, you're just throwing a bunch of stuff around, and then it's like as if people are acting like this is sanity. The Globes are never sanity. They always make people crazy, right? They make me crazy. It's like
So that's the thing that does.
they just throw things together and start narratives that we all sort of glom onto, and they're all false.
But you don't think he's going to get a nomination? I do.
He'll get. He'll get a nomination.
I mean,
but
Timmy's
he
gonna
ain't
win.
Gonna win.
No, Timmy's going to win. I mean,
But the thing with this that drives me crazy is that we take the Globes as if they matter at all, and there's some sort of like actual voting going on or some actual consensus, and it's just that crazy kid that comes into your toy box and is like, "Oh, maybe this dinosaur should ride Destro's back." That's what the Globes are.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
an annoying kid that just throws your toys around.
Okay.
But on the flip side, though, that annoying kid for that day is the only kid to play with because he's just there. Like, the Globes is just the only thing we have right now. So, that's why.
And that's the thing.
And
it's
by
like,
next
yes.
week, when the nominations come out, we don't need to worry about the Globes anymore. We can just, that kid, we'll never see that kid again.
Yeah.
Well, but what we should do as a people, and is what I would do, and I tell my mom, I'd say, don't ever have that kid back. I don't care if you're trying to make friends with the mom or whatever. Don't like that kid. He does not understand what's going on here. Never in the toy box again. And so the Golden Globe should never be allowed back in the toy box.
Oh, wow.
But you know what? A year later, probably that kid would have to come over again because your mom is
No one else to
watching
play with.
him. Someone's got to play with him.
No one
His
else to
mom
play
has
with.
got to go. She's got a doctor's appointment, and this kid's back in your basement playing with your toys, and the Globes will be back.
He's
So-
not going to win. Chalamet's going to win, but I think he gets a nomination.
Chalamet is going to win. Yeah, Chalamet's going to win. And just one thing on the Oscars Best Actress. She didn't win a Globe, but do we still think Emma Stone is in contention to sneak in there, cause a ruckus, end up with a third Oscar?
I don't. If you want to like a dark horse, I always mispronounce her name, Renee Visevich.
Okay. I think that's it.
She's fantastic. She's very good in sentimental value. She's of course worst person in the world. She's very good. Maybe she sneaks in and takes it from Jessie Buckley.
You got to have her on a Barstool live stream. Watch like the conference championship games
That'd
with
be great.
Yeah.
Be great. Yes.
Yeah. Now's the time. She's out there trying to get these nominations.
I don't know if she's a football fan. Is she a baseball fan?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Go to
really
Mets
matter.
game? Sure.
Whatever.
She's wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think Emma Stone could sneak in there, and they better not let that happen.
They better not let it. She's wonderful in the movie.
No, what I'm saying is if any of these actresses want to win, they better not let her in your house.
Well, she's going to get a nomination, right?
Maybe
She
not.
could win.
I-
If she gets in,
a
she
nom-
could win.
Yes, 100%. She will charm everybody at all these places. She hasn't been really out there to begin with because I think she's like a little worried people will be annoyed if she won another Oscar. But I don't think anybody's going to be annoyed if she wins another Oscar. I don't.
She's so good.
T-
Jesse Plemons, I feel like he's going to get cut out, which sucks because I think it might be performance of the year for me.
Yes.
He should be in instead of Secret Agent Man.
I haven't seen it, so I don't want to say anything. I haven't seen Secret Agent, so I don't know.
See, Chris Klemmer, he is fair. He is balanced. He doesn't make big proclamations if he hasn't seen it.
I don't
Like other people.
I heard he's very good. I heard the movie's very good, so I'm excited to see it, but I have not seen it yet.
Are you excited to see Charlie the Wonder Dog opening this weekend?
I don't think I'm
starring
gonna have
Donaldson?
to. I don't know if it's in 1,000 screens or not.
Okay, I mean,
That I don't know.
so this is
And I know for a fact the other movie, the Night, what is it?
the Night Patrol.
That came out today. It's only getting 800 screens.
Oh, thank God.
So, and I think a lot of these movies, it's Charlie Wonder Dog, All You Need Is Kill, whatever it is.
All You Need Is Kill.
That's the anime movie.
Yes, that is the.
So, like,
G
all
Kids
of these
movie.
movies, none of them, it's weird. Like, we're getting a bunch of movies. There's going to be between, like, 600 and 1,000 screens. The Coral, like, all these weird little movies, and none of them going to crack the top 5.
I mean, how glad are you that you don't have to see Night Patrol? This is a movie that is listed as starring Jermaine Fowler, Justin Long, who obviously great
Fantastic
man,
in
great horror
Barbarians.
man. Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, so I don't think that's going to help the movie, and Dermot Mulroney. So, and this, looking at the poster,
The poster's like
feels
a
like-
skull or something.
it's it's like one of those horror movies that's obviously a very like we're doing a mixed genre, crazy. You won't believe what's going to happen in this movie, like horror in quotes horror movie.
Yeah. I have no interest in seeing it. When I saw it was in 800 screens, I had a sigh of relief. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
Now there is a movie coming out.
it's from RLJE Films, so that's usually a
That's
hope it doesn't get to
that's
1,000.
That's a rough sign.
Yeah.
There is a movie coming out streaming that I wonder if it could affect the box office,
Okay.
and that's The Rip. So it's Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
A movie that
Tiana Taylor, who just won a Golden Globe.
she's in that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a movie that people I feel like are talking about.
Yep.
It's getting dropped like Thursday or Friday. So like, do you guys think that would have any effect in the box office? Or is it just two unrelated things? I really don't know.
I definitely think. Well, I mean,
It's a
If
male
people wa-
audience, probably, right? Could that hurt 20 years later?
if people want to go to a movie, it's because they want to go to a movie. But you could see people doing that calculations on a weekend like this where there's nothing new that people are going to be dying to see.
Unless you're a fan of that
Yeah.
franchise. If you're a fan of that franchise, you're excited to see this.
It could siphon off some people who are wishy-washy on going to see Bone Temple
Yeah.
and then in the end decide there's a Damon Affleck crime movie at home.
And it's like, why, for a lot of these people, it's like,
People.
I'm going to be home watching the games. So why don't I just roll that into watching The Rift as opposed to get everything together to go out to a theater to see a second movie in a trilogy
I know.
that I didn't even see the first one.
I worry about that a little bit. And also you figure like, especially in the north here, it's cold out.
Mhm.
You're home on Saturday or whatever. Like also Saturday is football too.
Well, that's the big
Mhm.
difference from when we were growing up is that you got the Saturday, Sunday.
And those Saturday games start late. The first
Yeah.
one starts at 3. The other one, I'm sorry, Saturday games start late. The Sunday games start late. 3 and 6 on Sunday even.
Yeah.
So like, could something like the football, the Rip, that kind of situation maybe drop 20 years later under 20 million?
Oh, I think so.
I think so too.
Because I was
we'll
thinking
get to-
21 million, but you guys could talk me down to 19 or 18.
Yeah. We'll get to our predictions in a bit, but
Which is a problem if that's because we were saying, this
I
movie
think that's
doesn't
very
open
possible.
strong, and this whole movie's life is week one.
yes.
It's
Yes.
a sequel, it's horror, everything's riding on this first
Yes.
week. If this doesn't hit the ball at the park week one, you're in trouble.
Yes, I will get to that, but I do think that's very possible. I didn't even think of The Rip. The Rip, God, that's a movie that if that was opening this weekend in 3,000 screens, if it was a Warner Brothers movie coming out this Friday,
Right.
Damon Affleck action movie,
Right.
mid-low budget. That is a movie I think that could have done more than, I know it's not IP. I know Bone Temple is IP, but that feels like that could have had a lot more going for it than a Bone Temple, or at least it could have done a high-end January Statham, Jerry Butler type action movie opening. It could have done
Well, if Plane can open to 11 or 12,
Right.
then a Matt Damon, a Ben Affleck action movie could open till 17.
Yeah.
I think you guys are right. I always have a little pause. Remember that movie, The Instigators, that came out a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I think it was also streaming, but it got a release of some.
It was an Apple, so it's not really a.
It was Matt
release.
Damon, it was Casey Affleck.
Yeah.
And that,
Casey Affleck's a much different
He
story
ain't
than Ben
Ben.
Affleck.
That ain't
I
Ben.
know that, but
Casey Affleck has never
it also
been
didn't do anything, right? Am I
It
crazy?
didn't do anything, but I think this is a pure January action movie,
Yeah.
or at least what
This
I've
is
seen.
Joe Carnahan.
This
Yes.
is Joe Carnahan, yeah.
Which I don't think anybody like us, people like us, care about. But I think like the average person in Iowa.
But just with that trailer, you could tell this is a sort of meat and potatoes action.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's
Then
what I'm
your
saying.
80s
Like
action.
if you're it's cold out, I'm gonna watch football. You know what? I'm not gonna go to the matinee. I'm just gonna stay home and watch The Rip with Damon and Affleck.
Yeah.
Like it's just good comfort food, right, for the game or whatever. Or like you can see a world where people don't leave the house because there are options at home. And something like that for guys not leaving the house on this weekend with a horror sequel coming out, that is, especially when they have a third movie already in the shoot for
Yes.
the series. That Cillian Murphy's in, like he's in the third one, I guess. So like,
Man.
like they got like if this does tank, if this does 13 million first weekend, like that's a problem.
It's just arrogance making this a trilogy.
Mhm.
It's arrogance. It's
I think
nothing
these are
but
good
arrogance.
movies, though. Like, or at least the first one's good. I hate you haven't seen these.
You
Right? If you
gotta
don't like
see it.
zombies, I understand. I guess.
He's
I
got
saw the first
got
two.
damage in the
I saw the
zombie
first two.
part of his
I saw the
brain.
first two. I saw those first two movies.
You didn't like the first one?
The first one's fine. The first two are fine.
Okay.
But the third one had a great trailer,
Great trailer.
and I was like, this is going to do well because of this trailer, and it did do well because of this trailer. But then afterwards, people were not. It didn't end up being what the general public wanted from their movie.
It exhausted itself quick.
Yeah.
Yes. And
It had right. The fan base is not like Final Destination. You can pretty much get anyone to see that. He's like, all right, here's what happens. You almost die, but then death's coming after.
But it also has to be really good and crowd pleasing.
And
there's
it
been
knocked it
Final-
out of the park.
And there's been Final Destination movies that weren't that. And I think Final Destination, listen, they have a lot to follow up with this last movie. Like,
Absolutely.
I think if I'm them, I'm sweating a little bit because they really did do everything right with that film.
They really did.
And I don't think from what I've heard, and again, I didn't see it, but 28 years later did not do everything right.
It did a lot right. I don't know. I think it was a good movie. I think I had my top 20 for the year. I really liked the movie. I had, it's near the end of it, but I think I had it in the top 20, top 30 at least. And I had Final Destination in my top 20. I know that.
Yeah.
Those are good. They're good. These are two of the better horror movies, we're talking about that came out last year.
I would love to have been living in the world where The Rip was coming out this weekend and we had both of these movies
I know.
clashing at the top.
And here's another thing. We're talking about football. We're talking about Rip.
The Rip.
The Rip, but talk about getting ripped. There's going to be a lot of people who are watching the football games, having some beverages. They're getting ripped.
Mm-hmm.
And normally they'd be like, all right, I'm going to go see that Bone Temple. And their partners or their loved ones are
Yeah.
going to say, hey, maybe why don't you just watch The Rip? Look, it's Ben Affleck, it's
Yeah.
Matt Damon, and they're gonna say, "Oh, but the guy, the Dunkin' Donuts guy. Okay, I
Right.
won't drive." And then they get the keys out of their hands. I mean, I think the Rip is gonna save lives this weekend.
Yeah,
but
it's sort of
also-
like, let me take the keys. Here's the Netflix remote.
I
And
like
here's
it. I
another
like that
beer
in
because you aren't going anywhere.
In Clayton's mind, people who watch football just get insanely drunk. Like there's no, like.
Well,
they're
not
just,
drunk, not
trash.
It is. It
Not
is
too-
back-to-back games.
and
It's
and
true. I
It
guess.
is
and not too
back-to-back.
drunk that they can't gamble. They're gonna be just the right amount that they can gamble, which
Yeah.
is what the NFL wants.
Yeah, I mean, let's make a quick public service announcement because we are YouTubers. Hey, guys, do not this weekend. You're watching the NFL. You're watching the big games.
Mhm.
Do not get too drunk that you cannot gamble.
Yes.
You have to stay sober enough to
But
remember
always,
your
but always
login.
bet responsibly. Always bet responsibly.
Always.
Nope.
I mean,
always,
we don't say that on
no,
this
I do.
show.
I say always bet responsibly.
Chris Klemmer,
Yes.
he always says always bet responsibly, and we just say always bet, and then period. That's
Well, and just
that's all.
and make sure your thumbs work enough to use the apps is all I'm saying. It's like
yes.
you can't. The shakes are one thing. So even
No,
so, if you
no,
start
no,
shaking,
no,
then what
no.
I'll say is start drinking to stop the shake, so you can gamble more.
Exactly.
Is what I'll say.
Always bet responsibly, and always bet. Always be on the right mind when you bet. It's the best way to go.
You right into his
Right.
camera. That's Chris Klemmer's
right,
message,
that's right.
and we say, just it doesn't matter how much you have. Just
It does matter very much.
it's you can't take it with
Be
you.
responsible.
So yeah, there is a lot of competition for these movies, and Charlie the Wonder Dog we don't think matters at all. Football doesn't siphon away any. Is there any audience that is going to escape? We have to. Dad's watching this game, and maybe he hasn't bet responsibly, and maybe like we want to get out of the house. Is Charlie the Wonder Dog that escape?
I think if
For
you need
certain
an escape with the
children.
kids for this weekend, you're going to see Zootopia again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Charlie Wonder Dog has any sort of. What did Zootopia do last weekend?
What did it come in?
12,
Third
I
place?
think.
12. Like I don't like to go back to that HOUSEMAID thing that I'm kind of so obsessed with. Like I think there's a really good case that like Zootopia beats HOUSEMAID this weekend.
Zootopia. Okay, so last weekend, HOUSEMAID was third. It made 10.9, and Zootopia 2 was behind it with 10 million. But Zootopia 2's drops are bigger. It's at 48% from the previous weekend. HOUSEMAID did a 28% drop. Zootopia 2's been out longer, 7 weeks compared to HOUSEMAID.
Does it help? It's
was four.
President's Day weekend at all?
Is this weekend? Well, this weekend is MLK week.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
MLK weekend. Excuse me. Does that help at all? People have off Monday. Would they be more likely to go? But then you have 2 football games on Sunday.
Well, that would hurt the 3-day because you would have some people who are saying we're going to go see this on Monday instead of Saturday or Sunday.
But I think it
So
could help the Sun. I think
It could
I think
help
it
the
help the
Monday.
3-day because now you don't need to go to work on Monday, so you can go to the movies.
ma-
It's like an extra Saturday.
You can go to a late Zootopia and wear your trench coat and do whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, a movie's making $2 million. There's a lot of different kinds of people who are going to see it. So
I told you, I'm not. Everybody thinks it's a judgment. It's not a
Mm.
judgment. I know who goes to see Zootopia films, and they're driving the box office.
and I don't see that.
Been a
I
big
don't,
hit.
I don't see Zootopia 2 leapfrogging HOUSEMAID.
Well, would it need a leapfrog? It's
It did finish behind it.
Oh, it
HOUSEMAID
did,
was
okay.
ahead of it.
It's pretty close, though.
Yeah, it's very close,
All
but I
right.
think HOUSEMAID's
Okay.
drops are lower. So if that keeps happening, then Zootopia.
And also, I
can't
do
cross
think
it.
there will be women who do escape football by going to see the HOUSEMAID.
I think you're
Yes.
right. I think that's real.
Right.
Yeah, and they'll take their kids just to get them out.
They'll
of
take them
town.
to see the HOUSEMAID.
I think they might decide this is a safer place for them
Okay.
this weekend. We have not even once said. I mean, we've said Jerry Butler, but we have not said Greenland 2 Migration.
Dude,
Heading into its second weekend, it opened to 8.4.
what a disappointment this movie was. I
Okay,
saw this.
saw
Speak
it.
on
So
it.
I like the first Greenland.
Yeah, we loved
You know,
it.
it's like all right, this is. I thought there's some like thought behind it.
Yep.
I thought people acted like I say realistically, but like intelligent. Like people
Mhm.
made intelligent choices throughout.
Mhm.
I thought it was for what it was, end of the world movie. It was pretty smart, fun watch. Okay, I enjoyed that. Let's go. This one is such a slog, a depressing road trip. It takes the plot point of Land Before Time, which is like these dinosaurs just try to find like the good place, right? The nice world. This is all they're doing. They're trying to find like a nice place to go. It's like a road trip movie that is the most depressing road trip. It's bizarre in that it costs like $90 million to make, and you'll see it on the screen, but for a quick second. Like they'll have a shot. Like this is not a spoiler at all, but they go to England and half of like London is covered in water. Kind of a sensational shot.
Yeah.
They show it for maybe 15 seconds, and then it's on to the next. Like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Let's look at this world for a second.
Yeah, Jerry should have been swimming, doing a backstroke around Big Ben, and
Let's go. I'm here for that
mouth.
movie. This is such a like I said, a slog, a depressing movie. Just a movie that like the kind of movie that has no legs at the box office because you're never gonna get home and be like, you gotta see, even if you kind of liked it. You'd be like, well, this is kind of a downer. Like, there's nothing to see for this movie. And instead, it's kind of, as someone who liked the first Greenland, big step back.
Did it feel like a budgetary big step down? Like
no.
Oh, really?
Well, I said at times, it was like, whoa, look at this set. Look what they're doing here. And
do you think they maybe didn't have access to any of those shots for much longer than they showed it? Where they were almost stealing shots of some of these things, and then we can't get Jerry in there any longer.
It felt more like an obligation movie, and they just threw a script together and like, all right, it almost felt like a utilitarian, like we just got to do this.
Okay.
We got to do Greenland 2 migration.
Yeah.
And it is just a slog.
Oh.
It is, and it's a movie that was DOA, the second it entered the box office. This is gonna have no legs. This will be. I mean, it already opened a disastrous $8 million. This is gonna drop like a rock. If it hasn't already. This is bad.
So it's not a January Jerry like fun dumb action.
This is not Den of Thieves 2.
Yeah.
This is not like we talk about how like Gerard Butler is like the January guy. You guys talk about it in the show. You guys are absolutely right. This is like the ugly side of that.
Oh wow.
Where Den of Thieves 2 was like definitely dumber than the first one, which is also kind of dumb, but like they had fun with it. It was almost like it became like a comedy, like an action comedy. It's fun. There's no fun.
Big Nick is a comedic character.
There's no fun to be had in Greenland 2.
Yeah.
Migration. No fun. Yes, this movie is gone. You can write this movie off.
Wow. Okay.
Gone.
Yeah, I mean, truly anybody who wanted to see a sequel to Greenland saw it last weekend.
Yeah.
And no one saw it, and the ones that did walked away just depressed and like annoyed they wasted their time and money seeing this. This is gone.
So this will be interesting. It's starting from such a low place, so the drop will probably not be able to be that historic, but maybe we are looking at a 75% drop.
Maybe of course we are.
I'm just saying this is
80.
no longer something that you guys even need to like think about. Like maybe when you're doing the rundown next on Sunday's show, like Clayton maybe mentions it at the very end.
Yeah.
But other than that,
yeah.
And then it's never spoken of again.
Wow.
Until next January when Gerard Butler's another movie, like, oh, remember Greenland 2?
Right.
Like, this is how forgettable and depressing. So I've seen 4 movies so far this year that came out in 2026. That is the 4th of the 4 movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4 is really manageable. Will you give us your top 4?
Sure. Number 1 by a mile, the only movie I recommend that's come out in 2026 is Primate, which you guys also enjoy for the same reasons.
Great movie.
Number 2, pretty big step down, Angel Studios, our friends at Angel Studios. I Am a Stranger. Now, usually Angel Studio movies are pretty like corny, like The Senior, right? The feel-good movies. This was, honestly, it was dark. Multiple children die in this movie.
Oh, wow.
You're like, holy shit. It's about refugees trying to leave Syria and Turkey. And it has like a Robert Altman effect where like you're spending time with like, it's like an ensemble. You spend like a little bit of time with this person, a little bit of time, and their lives all intersect.
Okay.
Doesn't quite work here because you're not spending enough time with these people. It should have been a documentary.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Number 3 is We Bury the Dead, the Daisy Ridley movie about zombies.
Got the Brett Arnold bump a couple of weekends in a row.
I loved it.
Yeah, I did not. The first act is interesting. It's an interesting premise of like America sets off a bomb accidentally that wipes out all of an island, the island of Tasmania, and then you got to go and like you got to take care of the bodies. You got like, how do we clean this up? And then it drifts into like a Daisy Ridley like personal growth movie.
Okay.
Doesn't quite work.
So not zombies.
It is zombies.
It is. Okay.
But like it becomes less about the dead and the zombies and more about like, oh, how can Daisy Ridley grow as a person?
Okay.
Like, I'm not really. And she's also, in my opinion, not a good actress.
Yes. Yeah. No one at this point cares whether Daisy really grows, shrinks.
No, I said it on another show.
Yeah.
It's Daisy Ridley is a cup of water that came to life. Like, oh, all right, that's as much excitement I get from Daisy Ridley.
Okay.
Just bland.
Yeah, I could see that because I mean,
elevator music of human beings.
you've been sipping some Coca-Cola, and we're
Yes.
not promotional partners with them, so this isn't a free plug. If a Coca-Cola came to life, there'd be some energy to
Yes.
that Coca-Cola being a person.
This is, remember a New Coke that came out in the 80s? If you open a can now, it'd be flat and lifeless. That's Daisy Ridley.
Wow.
That's what we get. And that's
That's damning.
No charisma, no personality. Daisy really stinks. And then 4, of course, is 4 by quite a bit drop off there is Greenland 2 Migration.
How
Wow.
under the walking cup of water.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jerry Butler, that is a big fall. Well, I think we should get into our top 5 predictions for this
Okay,
weekend.
I
think it's
let me pull up
time.
last weekend because they keep asking. I should have pulled it up. That's bad on me. See, everyone can learn.
And I
Remember, pull it up, not out.
Okay.
don't think Charlie the Wonder Dog is going to be a factor in any of our top 5 predictions.
Can I go first?
Ooh.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let Clayton go first.
The guess, but you said you wanted to get prepared. I want to give you time to.
I love that. Thank
prepare.
you.
I love
That's
that.
being a good host.
Thank you.
That's a host with no brain damage.
Not.
Again, even I have to say that I do, but not as much as him.
Yeah.
There is some
exactly.
damage in there. Number 1, Avatar.
Ooh.
I think Avatar is going to make $15 million
Oh,
to remain.
wow.
at
15
number
million?
1.
Here we
15
go.
He hates these 28. He
Here we
hates
go.
28 years later. Look at him.
28 years later, the Bone Temple is going to make $13
Oh,
million.
no. Boo.
Number 3 is going to be The Housemaid. Number 4 is going to be Zootopia 2. And then number 5, hanging on the vine of the top 5 still, is Ben
All right.
with Primate.
All right.
All right.
That's my top 5.
Wow. So you're saying you think the box office can be down this weekend? You do not see good
I
things?
do. I think it's there's many reasons, and we've mentioned all of them.
Sure.
All right. So, Chris
Chris,
Klemmer, would you
yeah.
like to go next?
Sure, I will go next. Number 1, 28 years later, the Bone Temple, right?
There we go.
I'm going to say, I came in here maybe a little too bullish. I'm going to say $19 million.
Okay.
19
Great.
million.
19.
Number 2, Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Mm-hmm.
With, I'm gonna say it holds better than you might think. I'm gonna give it a 15.
Okay.
15 holds pretty fairly well.
Okay.
Number 3, Zootopia 2
Wow. Okay. He's
With-
doing the leapfrog.
with $7.5 million, followed by The Housemaid, $7 million, and then Primate brings up that 5 spot. I'd say it's around 6.
So we all have the same top 5.
I mean,
Of
no,
movies. We all have the same top 5 movies, but we have
mixed
different
around.
orders.
Yeah. And mine will be very similar. I'm going number 1. It will be Bone Temple. I think makes 16. And then I think Avatar's right behind it around 15. Number 3 is Housemaid with 10 million. I think barely any drop off. And listen, I may be skewed because I've always been rooting for Sydney Sweeney, always been out here praising her. So if you want to say that I'm biased,
Check the
then say I'm
website.
biased.
Check the website. Look at the mega cut. Check the website.
And so
834.
So not a rallying cry. Number 3 is Housemaid. Number 4 is Zootopia 2. And number 5 is Primate. Yeah. There's really no way Primate has some kind of great hold where it gets ahead of Zootopia 2.
I don't think so. But in fairness to Primate, though, hasn't it already done what it was supposed to do?
Probably. I mean, unless the budget is
Right?
way higher than we're hearing. If this movie gets into, which it will, 25 million, it probably is
Yeah.
fine, and it's going to be a big PVOD movie.
I think
It's
so,
going to be a big
too.
Redbox movie for where those still are.
I think Primate's like a very small, but a small success.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
And also,
I
like, you could do it, and you can make, like you said, you can make a sequel.
yes.
I mean, it could have opened to 4 or 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's horror movies that open to $7 million. This thing opened to 11.
This thing costs nothing. It all takes place in one house.
Yeah.
Does it cost nothing to make, right?
Yeah. No, I can't imagine Paramount Pictures is upset. Listen, we all would have hoped it would have broken out in a big way. There wasn't a TikTok dance. There wasn't a, big TikTok movement where teenagers were dressing up like a gorilla or anything like that.
But look at the Ella McKay
I was
challenge.
gonna say, does
that did
that
absolutely
even
nothing.
help anymore? Like, I guess it does probably. It just gets in their mind. But Ella McKay, by the way, oh my God, talk about a horrible movie.
Bottom, where did that fall in your worst of the
I think
year?
it was my
Is it
bottom
10?
20.
Wow.
But it was like, since like some of the movies on there, they're like barely movies.
Yeah.
Like, the idea that it had like a full budget was, directed by an Oscar winner. It's
Yeah.
like, that is a stunningly bad movie.
Okay.
Yeah. With maybe the worst character, her brother in that movie and her husband in that movie are two of maybe the worst characters to see all year.
Wow.
Worst written. I don't say they're badly acted because they're just such horrible characters. But yeah, Ella McKay is one of those movies that's so bad that it's fun.
Mhm.
It's like, this is such a piece of shit. I can't believe what I'm watching. This is incredible.
Mhm.
But it's also a functional movie in the way, like it's a movie in the way that a real movie is written, and even if it's bad, right? Like there's a structure to it that some really bad movies don't have.
Yeah, yes, and you also have, like, for instance, like Albert Brooks in it, and he's actually pretty good in it. So you have like little glimmers of like, oh, all right. But then you have like Woody Harrelson, who's like crazy talented, who's like completely wasted in this horrible role, and like, what is?
Mhm.
I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis, like this, the cast is stacked,
Right.
and the James L. Brooks, but like it is the epitome of like someone being washed up. Is that movie? James L. Brooks like wrote it. It's 85. Like,
Right.
I mean, what are we doing here?
Right. Let's stop rolling him out there at this
And then he
point.
say that though, Scorsese and Eastwood directed stuff late in life, but like I don't think they wrote those movies. And also, you can lose like 85. My grandparents were 85. Well, they were dead. Even when they were like 83, they were like barely like functional. Like how can you write and direct a movie?
Is Ella McKay a big win for Quentin Tarantino? Because he's really hanging his whole career on, well, you can't direct movies
Right.
past a certain age, and then, Scorsese will make a Best
I
Picture
know.
contender, and people say, what are you talking about? And now Tarantino could go, Ella McKay.
Now could
Look
you-
at Ella McKay. Look
Well-
at Ella McKay. Do you want me to make an Ella McKay? Let me just stop making movies so I don't make an Ella McKay.
Pat, James Cameron is in his 70s.
I'm just
So
saying his-
Tarantino has, I mean, one example, I think Tarantino is off base here because right now there's more elderly people making great movies than he's giving credit to.
I'm just saying he needs to cling on to something, and he may cling on to
I think
Ella
you
McKay.
also like. I think Tarantino's wrong in this. And I was kind of saying it, but like, you can get washed up young, like Kevin Smith, Cameron Crowe. Like, those guys got
Yeah.
washed up way before they were 60,
Yeah.
much less 85. So, like, I don't know if it's always tied to age. Sometimes if you're, like, one of those, like, and James L. Brooks is like this, like, of-the-moment type directors, where he was very of-the-moment.
Mhm.
Like, his movies are, like, broadcast news is very 80s.
Yes.
Tarantino's movies are kind of timeless because they have a unique style and they feel evergreen. That's why, like, they're so rewatchable, a lot of these movies. Where, like, I don't know if that's the case with James L. Brooks ever. Certainly wasn't true with Cameron Crowe. Certainly wasn't true with Kevin Smith. They're very much of their time.
Well, Tarantino was able to change his style as he aged
Correct.
in a way that Kevin Smith has not.
Correct.
And so when you look at
And could
something
never.
like-
They don't have that ability.
yeah, when you look at something like Chasing Amy, you're like, wow, this is a guy that could mature into something, and then he didn't.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Yes. And also he just couldn't. And that's okay. Like, not everyone can do everything. Like, that's okay. Like, but Tarantino is one of those guys that can do a lot. And like you said, Scorsese changed his style over time. Became, we can even see him do like non-crime stuff that works.
Mm-hmm.
And those like Clint Eastwood talk about changing style. Like,
Goodness.
like he's,
Yeah.
he can direct Sully, but can also direct Unforgiven. Those are very different movies.
There is not a lot of people, directors in any age right now, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, who could direct a film like the film he just did, that the WB just sort of just
Which was a
shat on
good
and
movie.
didn't-
Oh, the Juror Number 2.
Juror number 2.
Juror Number 2.
Juror Number 2, which was
Juror
a
Number 2.
good movie.
Yes.
Good movie. Yeah.
It's a solid drama.
Yeah.
It's a solid movie.
And I don't think there's a lot of young directors that could do a movie that good because there's a lack of quality directors.
But you know what? When
That's it. That's the thing. Is like Tarantino's comparing himself to like people that like aren't in this league. So like when you say I can't direct anymore because like this director XYZ couldn't do it after 70, it's like, well, yeah, but that guy never really had that fastball.
yeah,
Like you have different stuff, man. Like I don't know. I think Tarantino.
he's still gonna when you get on him about making his next movie, he's gonna look at you. He's gonna say Ella McKay, and he's gonna walk
and
out.
drop the mic and leave.
Drop
And,
the mic.
you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna fix his shoe and leave.
Yes, he won't even have to say Ella McKay. He's just gonna do the shoe challenge. He's just gonna get up,
And
do the
honestly,
Ella McKay challenge, and leave.
What can I say?
What can you say?
I got Ella McCade.
You gotta.
I mean,
yes, there you go.
Now, has Matthew Lillard ever been to the Barstool Studios? Because he was making the rounds for
I never
Five
got
Nights
to
at Freddy.
Which bad movie, but a guy I like a lot.
Love Matthew.
I like
Lillard.
him. He seems like also a guy that has like a fun guy. He's self-deprecating. I still think he's the best thing about the original Scream, which is a fantastic. I mean, other than Wes Craven's direction, but I think it's a fantastic movie. But
Right.
his energy is so unique and weird in that movie, and like kind of jumps off the screen.
Scream 7 coming out. I mean, he could swing by. He could
I'd
swing by.
oh, believe me, I'd
Have him in play some NBA 2K, NBA Jam with you.
I would have him play some NBA. I'd have him like help me maybe GM a team. Or something.
Yes.
Anything he wants to do for sure.
Okay. Here's.
I mean, I'm not in charge of booking. I don't have those connections. We have someone at the office that does a great job with that.
Well,
float that
tell
past
them,
them.
float it past
Yeah,
that
Matthew Lillard, yeah.
big
Is it Lillard?
Matthew Lillard. So big
Lillard. I thought it was
Barstool
Lillard.
live
I guess I'm
stream.
wrong. Yes, you would know. You're a big Scream guy.
Love
He
Scream.
knows it's a Lillard.
Oh, you do.
Get Matthew Lillard, Renata Rainsby
Yes.
to play some NBA 2K with you.
Okay.
Huge Barstool live stream.
I think that'd be great. I mean, it'd be bizarre, be interesting.
Make that happen. Because
are
she'll
you
be getting
excited?
ready for the awards. He'll have Scream out. Perfect
A
time.
lot. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think those two also just a natural fit too.
Yes.
I've often. Are you excited for Scream 7?
Ask me after the trailer drop today.
Okay.
But you can't because we're recording this the
Right.
day before today.
It's coming
but
soon.
it's coming. This will be released on Thursday, and that's when the Scream trailer will be. So shoot me a text.
I'm probably not going to see you until after that comes out.
Shoot me a text.
Are you when you see the Scream movies? Do you go solo? Are you?
No,
get
we
locked
go.
in?
we run with a crowd.
You have a crew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got a
Okay.
crew.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually maybe it depends on their schedule, but we have a canonical Ghostface who is in our crew.
Oh.
Yeah, someone who has played Ghostface on an episode of the Drew Barrymore show,
Okay.
which did count as being a canonical Ghostface.
Mm-hmm.
And
You wouldn't
she's,
think it
she's
would
on
on
our
the Drew
crew.
Barrymore show.
It does.
Okay. All right.
It was part of a promotional stuff.
You think
where
of
they
any
said
show, her show would not be canon, but what do I know?
it's different universes.
I understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Scream is so meta.
Yeah, it's true.
it takes
True
place
about
in
that.
the View Askewverse, as we all know from Scream 3.
Yes. Right.
So
I'm
Well, Drew Barrymore's talk show actually is in the
View Askewverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she's always eating movies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very intrigued by this movie. I will say the first trailer I saw was not good.
Yes.
But like bizarrely bad because usually Scream trailers kind of hit. Like,
Yeah.
all right, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy the franchise quite a bit. I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm in. That one was bad.
It's
By far the worst I've ever.
My hope is they're hiding. They're hiding something. I don't know why they would, but I feel like they were hiding something with that first trailer. And the uproar has been, well, you got to show us something.
it's a bad spot to be in at this point when you're hoping the movie is fully hiding what it is in order for it to be good.
Well,
it could be the case.
Scream is one of those movies, one of those franchises that you want surprises.
True.
Yeah,
That's true.
but usually they don't hide the seeming quality of the movie.
If anything,
fully
they
behind the
often will
trailer.
enhance it. Like
Yeah.
I thought the trailer for Scream 6 was better than the movie.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes. Great trailer.
Um,
Okay movie.
I did find it interesting that it's coming out the last week of February,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the only movie on the docket. that like not even like small releases. Like they have the whole weekend to
Yeah.
themselves, which I think is a good sign of respect for the franchise.
Well, when you look at Six opened huge, and it's the biggest domestic earner of the whole
Really?
franchise. I mean, we don't do, inflation. We don't adjust for inflation.
Right.
But yeah, it was the biggest hit of the entire franchise. So the assumption was that why would 7 be different? And we all know why 7 is different.
Yes.
Because it
No Jenna
Jenna
Right.
Ortega.
or Melissa Barrera or other people that people liked.
But they're bringing back like the guy who was in Hard Eyes, though. He's in this.
Yes,
Yes,
there are
those
some
two-
casts that did
Yeah.
come
I
back.
saw him on the
Sister
poster.
in-
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
I'm intrigued. You sound like cautious, which is I think a good place to be probably.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, we're all going to see it no matter what.
Yeah.
we'll
it has
see in
my
a month.
money already.
It
Of
has
course,
money
yes.
already. So, Chris, is there anything else that you want to promote to the Wanna Be O Boys, Wanna Be O Girls, Wanna Be O people?
People.
Aside from your Renata Rensby and Matthew Lillard
Yes.
live stream coming in the next couple of weeks.
Check out Project Big Screen every week. We drop that on Mondays. We talk about just movie reviews, just whatever kind of movies just come out. We usually have some fun lists at the end of the show. And then starting tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier, Super Critics, me and my coworker Robbie Fox. If you like superhero movies, a different one every single week, and we'll rank them as we go along. We have like 3 years of movies to watch. So that's pretty
God.
good, right?
This is fantastic.
So hopefully those are fun.
So, yeah, everyone subscribe to Super Critics. It'll
Yes,
probably be
please.
up by the time this episode is available.
Yeah, I
It'll
think
be
it's gonna.
simultaneous.
I think we're dropping at 10 a.m. today.
This is the way there's a Ray Fiennes versus Ray Fiennes opening weekend. This is a Klemmer versus Klemmer
True.
situation. There is
Oh,
just
I want to
so
bring
much
this up.
Klemmer.
So a little look into my life. So
Okay.
Sunday nights. So I don't sleep a lot. I'm not a big sleeper.
Very
I'll
healthy.
go to bed between like 2 and 3. I get up at 8. This is what I like to go my life.
Yep.
I'm a big night owl. I stay up. And I'll do a lot of my errands and stuff when my wife goes to bed because it's just like quieter and just kind of like I can just do them. And I often will listen to you guys
Great.
on Sunday nights. But sometimes the podcast is there Sunday nights late. You guys drop late, which is great because I like it because I'm up. But sometimes it doesn't drop on Sundays. So I have a question. What time do you guys? What is the ideal time to drop it on Sunday nights, and what is the kind of the mentality there?
So, okay, so this is great behind the scenes here because in the past we record on a Sunday and then pretty much edit at some point, get it up there and just let it go out that night, whatever time, if it's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. The last few weeks I have been setting it for an 8 a.m. Monday drop, even though, it's been uploaded earlier. So I guess, write us, theboboyspodcast at gmail.com. Let us know if you, like Chris Klemmer, you just need this podcast in the middle of the night.
What's the benefit of dropping it Monday at 8 a.m.? Why not drop it earlier?
I just, it's drive time radio. We think back.
But it's there for them regardless. Now it's also there for me when I'm doing my laundry at 12:58.
I mean, listen, this is great feedback to get that
I'm
people
looking out for
need
I'm looking
this
out for
in
the
the middle of the
insomnias.
night.
The night owls.
You know what? Night owls might get what they want. Well, probably not this weekend because we are recording the next episode on Monday.
Oh, all right. So
you will not get
this
it
is
on
good
Sunday
to know too, because
night.
then I won't be looking for it. I'll listen to another podcast.
Yes, listen to something else. We will be there on Monday, but maybe going forward, the Sunday episode,
12:01.
12:01, middle of the
That'd be
night.
great.
Yeah.
That's perfect timing for me because then football's over and then I'm doing my laundry and I'm getting stuff done. And I do the dishes. I listen to you guys. I'm doing the dishes.
Great.
But if not, so I've been listening to also this a Bonfire of the Vanities. Remember the movie came out?
Oh,
in the early
yeah,
90s?
yeah.
Tom Hanks box office bomb.
Yep.
This is a separate podcast. I have nothing to do with it, but I'll give him a plug. It's the Ben Mankiewicz, the AMC.
Yeah.
He did a whole season on it with the woman reporter that was there the entire time, and they wrote a book. She wrote a book. That was Candy.
And I've listened to this podcast.
It's fantastic.
Excellent
So
podcast.
I've been listening. So I watched Bonfire of the Vanities. I guess rewatched that when I was a kid, but I watched Bonfire of the Vanities like last week, and now I listen to this podcast. It's been great. So when I don't have you guys, and there's also a baseball podcast, and when I don't have those two, then I'll listen to that. So now I know you guys are not available Sunday night.
Sunday night we will not.
I will save you for my Monday errands.
Yes.
My Monday chores. Like,
Yeah, save a couple of chores. Don't wash all your.
All right, I
clothes
like
on
that. See, this is
Sunday.
helpful for me.
Yeah.
And plus the holiday too, right? For a lot of people
Exactly.
have the holiday. All right.
Yeah.
See,
So
it's good-
save some
it's
dirty
good
underwear
for me to
for
know
Monday.
that. I will.
Great.
I will.
Um,
You're always saying
and,
that.
and get Ben
Can you imagine
Mankiewicz.
how him? Well,
Get Ben
he's got
Mankiewicz on that
problems.
live stream. Get Ben Mankiewicz, Renata Rainsby,
I think you think I have.
Matthew
You
Lillard
think I have? Although
playing NBA Jam.
you both think I have far less and far greater power than I actually have. In one instance, I'm just this mic check loser you have on, and on the other end, I can get Oscar-nominated people just at my whim to just come to my office.
Mic checks are very important. That's
Okay,
why
all right.
we think the highest of you. Mic checks, and you could get Oscar nominees and Turner Movie Classic host on.
Are
your
you
show.
gonna seek help for your brain issues?
Am I going to seek help?
Are you gonna maybe get a scan done or something? Because I know I'm concerned. I know Clayton's concerned. There's concern, I think, in the BO world among BO men, women, and people.
I would say
People, we're waiting for a sponsor. We're waiting for
Yeah.
a brain scan sponsor. We're waiting for BetterHelp to give us some money, and then he'll get help.
The behavior has been erratic.
you know
Tokyo tape, which I know you don't really want to talk about, but it did happen.
well, something
Well,
that doesn't exist.
That's the
so.
thing. It's not talking about it. It's that it's the existence of it is in question in his mind.
Well, no, not in question at all. Just the answer is it doesn't exist.
The obsession with Sydney Sweeney's failure,
Yep.
followed by a bizarre U-turn on the last show where you're like, oh, it could be number 1, and then even today you're like, oh, it's number 3. Like, you're kind of all over the place. And I don't really know.
I've been very consistently in her corner for months and months and months and months. And
People, listeners are concerned.
Well, if you're concerned, write us. Email us theboboyspodcast@gmail.com with suggestions for when we should drop the podcast, suggestions for brain scans,
Yes.
Nice, cheap brain scans that do the job. They see everything, but also aren't going to break the bank. Email us theboboyspodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on social media at the BO Boys Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Substack. 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Listen to Super Critics. Listen to Project Big Screen.
Please, thank you.
Watch the live stream with Matthew Lillard, and Chris Klemmer,
Yes.
Renata Rainsby, and Ben Mankiewicz playing NBA 2K. It's going to be huge.
It's incredible.
And
Don't get too drunk to gamble this weekend.
don't get too drunk.
Always
to
bet
gamble,
responsibly.
says Chris, and we say always bet,
Mm-hmm.
and then a period.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. I think I have said it all. I think Chris Klemmer has said it all. Thank you for doing that, Chris Klemmer. You
course.
said it all.
Pat, you
Thank
you
you.
have said it all.
Yeah.
You've denied more than you've ever denied ever on any episode. 834. It is a rallying cry.
It is not a rallying cry. It never has been.
But there is nothing left to be said
Great. I could leave now. Chris could leave now. We could all go.
except for until next time. We'll smell you at the box office. Nailed it.
Hey, guys.
Oh, that was a good one.